Holy moly. What a car! That's stupid, huh?
Niyaaz, loop! Loop, bro!
I mean, no, man. Woo! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberebil. I'm behind the wheel of the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. My brother lost his lunch now. As you can probably tell, this thing is incompetently fast. I mean, it is stupid fast. There isn't even a word to describe how dumb fast this thing is. So it will do 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds is what Jeep claims. However, the lap timer here shows it can get down to about 3.3 seconds 0 to 100. The Hellcat engine that's powering this Trackhawk produces 522 kilowatt and 875 Newton meters of torque. The result is a car that feels unlike anything I have ever driven because it's so big and so heavy. To stop this brute, it has 400mm ventilated discs in front and 350mm ventilated discs at the back. It is really very, very fast. Am I in the sport mode now? So we're going to go to the sport mode, go to the manual mode. Can you hear the supercharger? This thing scares me, guys. Like, I'm really scared of a car. Oh, dit limiter. I'm not okay. Yeah, it's the fuel consumption. You do not buy this car with fuel consumption in your mind. Don't even comment in the comments of fuel consumption. If you want to know, I'm getting 22 liters per 100 kilometers. It's a 6.2 liter supercharged V8. I'm unsure on 6.2. I always thought it was a 6.4, but according to all the stuff, it's 6.2. The other thing is, all that power is going through an adaptive four-wheel drive system with this 8-speed ZF transmission. I think it's an 8-speed ZF. I'm unsure on that one. What is also interesting is, if I go to the performance settings in this car, I can choose how biased I want the four-wheel drive. I want it very rear-wheel drive biased. If I want it very I can choose a 50-50 split. In my custom setting, I have it set to a 50-50 split because I'm so scared of this car, to be honest with all of you. It is uncanny how fast this thing is. know, man. And yeah, it sounds. It costs a whopping 2.2 million rand, which I'm sure with depreciation it's gonna be less. That's 5th gear. No, this is not okay. Miles per gallon, like Dude in Blue would say. This is a miles per gallon car. I don't like the flappy pedals. I think they could have been made better. Oh man. I have this mentioned in the softer setting because in the track setting it just gets a little bit too bumpy for me. Nah, I'm not okay. So, if you want to buy a SRT8, the one without the supercharger, there are a few things you need to look out for, right? So, first thing is water pumps. The water pumps go every 60-70,000 kilos. It's a big thing with these cars. I see the normal SRTs, the water pumps go. Other thing with them is the carbon fiber trim on the dashboard. They peel away as well. And there's also been talks of rear differentials going, but that's because guys are doing burnouts in them. They're drifting them and things like that because there's so much power. The other thing you need to look out for with these are lifter issues. So apparently the lifters get stuck and then they just bomb out. So there is some issues like that with these cars. There's also been some other electrical gremlins here and there, but not too badly. Yes, I want one. When I stopped with this, when I finished film, like drove this car yesterday with some small things, I immediately went onto Gumtree and an Auto Trader and started looking for one. I might go with this instead of a CC3. And yes guys, I am still going to buy a car. I'm just busy with some other projects at the moment, so that's why I haven't yet bought a car. So I am probably going to end up, I might buy one. I mean, the sound system, cooled seats, heated seats, a heated steering wheel. I am head over heels. I do want one, and I think I might want one more than I want a CC3 at the moment. You've got these beautiful carbon fiber inlays. From what I understand, on the older models, these inlays used to lift up. I think Jeep sorted the issue out over here. Another thing I want to show you is the cluster. You've got a screen in the center, and the hardest to read speedometer I've ever seen in a car. I have to have the speedometer in the middle of the rev counter there so I can see what speed I'm doing. This thing goes to 320 kilometers per hour, and 60 kilometers per hour is like there, right at the bottom. So I needed that speedometer over there. I want to show you guys how the screen works over here. So you've got performance pages, right? I'm currently on the home one. You've got power. You can also add more widgets like oil temperature and things like that. You've got timers. This car's best 0 to 100 was 3.3 seconds. Its 400 ET was 187. I don't know what the hell that means. 11.7. Is that quarter mile? I don't know. Gauges. You have transmission temperature, boost pressure, IC, the intercooler, coolant temperature, air fuel ratio. You've also got oil temperature, oil pressure, battery voltage, coolant temperature, and then you've also got intake air temperature, so you can see everything from the screen. G-force, you've got a G-force meter, engine, you can see your bar of boost, your newton meters and your kilowatt. This car obviously has 522 kilowatt and 800 and odd newtons of torque. I get the actual figure for you, I'm sure I said it already. Power, torque, boost pressure, and then you have a dyno. So you can see here your dyno curve as you rev up the revs, and also you like first, second gear and so on and so forth. I can actually see history here. And then also you have a Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds Really, really, really impressive. The other thing I want to show you guys is the center control unit over here, which changes the car's driving modes. So you have auto, snow, tow, sport, track and launch, right? So if you push drive modes, the screen over here will tell you what all the settings are in, or if you want it in individual. But now you have race options. So with the race options, I can choose where I want to set the launch control. So I can set it at your 3000. No, it will be, I think it'll spin like crazy, or 2000 RPM, which I think 1009, which I think is a sweet spot for this car. You also have a shift light, so I can set where I want the shift light to come on. Set shift lights. I can set each gear. I can set where I want the shift light to go on. Then I can also say a race cool down. So this will make me cool the car down to a target temperature in case the car runs a little bit too hot. So you can see there it says bonnet ajar. I can set that. I can open the bonnet a little, battery status, system status, cooling required, active quick cool down. So it will then put the aircon on to cool the intercooler and things like that down. If I'm not mistaken, it's quite intense, this car. You've also got, again, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you can, like me who loves Waze, I have my Waze on all the time. You've got your air conditioning, I'm not going to touch on that. And you've got heated seats, cooling seats. You've also got a heated steering wheel and quite hard to use flappy pedals. I struggle with them because they're not all the way down, they're only from this point here and up. So I wish Jeep put a big pedal on the thing, but I think I'm sure aftermarket company makes a pedal that will put them a bit further out for you to use. What? Check the supercharger pulley. Look at the size of this freaking supercharger. This motor still has push rods. I mean, talk about medieval technology, but reliable medieval technology. And again, this thing just looks, I'm obsessed with this car. Completely obsessed. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe guys. The subscriber really helps me. 10 Rand a month if you want to join the channel down below. I'll also really appreciate that. So yeah, Liberebil, Liberebil, out. I just did 0 to 100 guys in 3.6 seconds. Holy moly.